right, we are live on YouTube. What is up, everybody? How's it going? Glad you could join us. What's up? We are getting ready. All right, we're recording as well, so I am good to go whenever you guys want to start.
The producer is ready.
I think the producer's ready. I hope the producer's ready.
We'll figure it out later, I
If
guess.
not, we're going to make it work regardless.
Elliot,
That's an interesting haircut you got, DJ.
10-4.
Oh, yeah. Do you want to know the story about that?
You should wear a hat.
I probably should. It was pretty bad.
I have plenty. You want one?
They made a song called Briscoe Wears a Hat.
Get Briscoe a hat. Get
No, that's
DJ a
Austin's.
hat.
That's Austin Cindric.
Get DJ a hat.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
pretty much. All right.
I'm wearing a hat.
You guys ready to actually start like for reals? For reals?
I don't know.
It's kind of a 50-50 every week.
You know what? We're starting it anyway. I'm not even like listening to y'all anymore.
Yeah.
Kyle Larson dominates in Las Vegas. Matt was on TV. That was cool. And Dale Jr. is not going to be broadcasting this year. Wah, wah. We are here for the speed. My name is DJ. What's up, everybody? I'm joined by...
What's up? It's Jake.
And Mr. Hollywood over here, showing up on FS1. I've gotten a few calls. I might be replacing.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they're all from the asylum.
This guy.
I might be. You never know,
Oh, my gosh.
I
Yeah,
showed
yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah.
I got 2 seconds on TV. And that's about it.
And that was all.
I think
that
it's
was plenty.
generous to say 2 seconds. Just Matt over
You
here
never
like,
know.
Daniel Suarez.
Daniel Suarez won the race. That was about it.
Mi amigo.
It worked.
Yeah, that was hilarious. No, so we just finished up the Las Vegas race. What do you guys think overall? I mean, a pretty good race.
Not bad. That last caution with 33 to
33,
go.
I
I
think.
mean, that definitely spiced it up a little bit. Made it a little more interesting. I mean, other than that, I think Kyle Larson was just going to drive off into the sunset at that point. But
Jeez.
I thought it was a snoozer. I'm going to be honest.
yeah, it's okay.
I thought it was a snoozer.
Is that no? Okay, now so here's the thing. I've been worried about this, right? Is that because the 500 was pretty good, not the greatest ever, but then last week was one of the best races we've ever watched. Are we still on that high?
I give it a 70-30. All right. 70% is because of the last 2 races, having 2 super speedways, having amazing finishes. That's going to play a factor. But 30% was still all right. I mean, Kyle Larson dominated the whole thing.
I mean, that's exactly what I expected at Las Vegas before they even did practice and qualify.
I did too. I was just kind of being wrong might be good for once.
Yeah, I mean,
a 3-wide finish at Las Vegas would be fun too. We could try it. But
someone would have ended up in the wall, I think, at that point, to be honest. I mean, I think it was good. I mean, we had a friend of ours here that is kind of new to NASCAR that we're trying to get hooked on it.
Yep.
And
courtesy of, I put him
Netflix.
onto.
Easy,
Sorry, I'll get there.
easy.
I put him onto the Netflix
slow down,
documentary.
boy. Got too much
I
in
got
that.
plenty in there.
No, it's almost
Hey,
gone.
appreciate you, Mark. Peach.
So,
No,
yeah.
I mean, it literally. He was telling me about. He was watching the F1 documentary.
Yep.
I said, the F1 documentary is pretty good. I enjoy it. I like it, but there's kind of a thing, and some of the drivers, even F1s, people have come out that they kind of manufacture drama. I said, hey, you should go watch the NASCAR one because
It's not manufactured.
it's not manufactured, and probably even I would say some things they kind of almost undersell in a way.
Yeah.
A little
they're-
bit,
yeah, for sure.
But I mean, yeah. So he loved it. He thought it was amazing. He was luckily good for him. He was on vacation this week, and he was flying back, or flying to vacation, and he watched the whole thing while he was on the plane. So,
Gosh, was it that long of a flight?
he said he flew Spirit, so probably.
Oh, probably. Yeah, that makes sense then.
Jumping from Orlando to
breakdowns.
Tampa, it's 5 hours.
Probably. You could drive there faster.
breakdowns, the
Yeah,
plane
they had to
lost
stop.
the engine.
AAA had to come pick him up.
Probably.
Yeah. No,
Air
the
taxi.
So I mean, he was here. I think he enjoyed it. He had a good time. So I think it was still a good race, using that as kind of our yardstick and everything. But I mean,
it was good.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, I'd throw that out there. It was a good race.
Okay, so
there were some exciting restarts. There were some
Restarts
long
were really good.
runs.
restarts are good. I think the whole time.
You could
Yeah.
see who was good on the long runs versus the short runs. I mean, it played a huge factor. I I mean, yeah, honestly, it was a good race. It just wasn't the last 2 weeks.
Or the last week for that.
Or the
matter.
last week. I mean, everyone got to witness the best race in arguably the last 10 years for NASCAR.
Yeah.
Was Atlanta. Like, it just was. It's hard to come off of that. And, give it a few weeks. Everyone will kind of dissipate. But that versus this, total game changer.
I thought
It's
this was
hard.
like a good 1.5 mile race.
It
It's
was.
not the Coke
Yeah.
600, which has been an absolute barn burner the last 2 years. But, I mean, I can think back 5 years ago, Las Vegas was just not a great race. It was just boring.
I don't see
So
any
this was
way
pretty
to
good to me.
fix it.
I don't
So
think
I'd
there's
say it's a good race.
But what do you need to fix?
That's
There's
what
not
I'm saying.
much. It's just
Because
it is what it is.
if
It's
you
a typical
look at this
mile and a half
race,
NASCAR race.
what happened at the end? I mean, at the end, we're all like at the edge of our seats. All right, here we go. When Reddick started making
Tyler
those
Reddick
runs.
had a little bit of a run there, but
Yeah, so I mean, really, isn't that what we want though in the race?
I
I mean, yes, more excitement through the race I think would be nice too.
I don't know. I'm not trying to get totally swept up on the whole Atlanta thing. The Atlanta was amazing. Daytona, of course, is amazing. The
Oh, yeah.
duels, the drama, the duels, all those things. I don't need that every week. I was happy and ready to go to a, kind of a, bread and butter style NASCAR race.
Yeah, that's true.
Like a more traditional, let the fast guys be fast and show up with the best stuff and win the race.
Yeah.
And that's not a guarantee because I think William Byron had the best car, and obviously he got that trash
bro,
on the
he's trash,
grill.
bro.
Literally,
trash.
Quite-
attracts trash.
quite literally, trash was
Oh,
trash.
my God.
And I picked him.
Yeah, so did I.
So I mean, he got that on there, and I think I'm not sure, but I think he probably overheated that engine, and it just never. Maybe it's just dirty air being back there in the field, but he just never.
Never.
He
came
never
back.
could recover.
He finally broke the top 10 towards the end, but
That was it. That's all you could get.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe he did some damage to the engine. I mean, what they say the tempo was like 350.
I don't know how you damage it, but he had to have.
warp parts. It's metal.
Hot. You never seized a motor like on like a weed eater?
No, I'm not that wild.
Oh, okay.
Do you?
You know the
How many
the
weed
Wilsons?
eaters have we
You know the
gone through?
Wilsons, the log splitter.
Yeah.
That was probably ran too hot. Now it won't even turn.
Have you tried?
What?
Bro, it's done.
You know, she's done.
Yeah.
She's done.
This is we got a different Mark joining us. What's up, Mark?
Yo, what up, Mark?
He's saying a great race. He thought it was a great race.
Well, you're gonna call him out like that. It's a different Mark.
Well, I'm sorry because if I said y'all weren't looking and I said,
Hold
hey,
on, time out.
I got to say hi to Mark real quick, y'all would have been like, "What's up, Mark? Cool
Does this
bar.
Mark
What's up?"
also have a bar at Daytona?
I mean, if he does, that's pretty awesome. He doesn't, but he does say he also has a
Competition for the best
Oh,
Mark
hey,
pool
all
bar.
right.
Yeah.
There we are.
So, what's up, Mark? Yeah, I mean, I thought it was good. Definitely a lot of long runs, not a lot of cautions. We had those few at the beginning of the race, and I don't know about you guys, but I heard that Goodyear brought a new right side tire, and then I saw in the first 30 laps, 2 right side tires blow, and I'm like, oh,
No, only
no.
one. Only Christopher Bell.
Well, I was leaving my house when I saw that, so I didn't know what exactly happened with Busher, but all I could think
Was
of
it
was
right rear or was it left rear?
No, that was a right front.
right front.
Right front.
Still, I was like, oh, great, here we go.
But
Goodyear brought a bad tire or something.
That could
So-
be the pit crew missing up.
We have
be,
we
sure.
have the Busher thing in our notes. Was that in you guys' view? Was that a tire coming off or a tire blow?
No, man.
That
Like,
shot from the
tire-
front when all of a sudden like the whole front end, like the body and the hood, everything kind of like
Looked like
expands
it
real
blew.
quick. It to me looked like it blew,
It looked like the tire
and all of a sudden
popped.
there goes the rim with nothing on it.
Which is really weird.
It was almost like the tire popped. It broke the nut. The nut flew off, and then the rim flew off too.
I mean,
Maybe
maybe.
broke.
I don't
No,
know. It's
but the
hard to say.
nut wouldn't break. You'd think it'd be the little spring things they have
that
on the
thing.
on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
hub.
yeah.
The
The nut
clips.
failed.
How'd they
Let's
put?
say that.
Well, I was gonna say how'd they put the wheel back on? They didn't. He retired the race because he broke the
It was
wall.
done, bro.
He broke the wall. Yeah.
When you break the wall, your car
You're
is
done.
broke. Like there's
I
not
mean-
much to it.
That might have been why he retired because
Oh, 100%.
No wheel to
He
put a
hit
wheel
the
back on.
wall, bro. He definitely retired that car.
well, I mean,
New Mark says Busher had the tire come off. Sorry, that's going to
Oh,
be your
interesting.
nickname for now. is
New
New
Mark.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of missed it because that was when I was leaving my house heading over here. So I kind of missed that one, but it definitely looked weird. And to cause that much damage to the track,
I wonder what
Always
the odds of having a red flag during this race were. Are we 3 for 3 for red flags?
yes.
yep, so far.
Let's keep her going. Let's
As long as
just-
Brad,
We're
as long,
also-
as long as
let's
Brad is
extend
racing,
these races out until the dark because that always tends to be a better race. Let's just keep doing it.
Mark makes a good point. The lug was loose and the rotator cut the rim,
Yeah.
which the rim was definitely cut.
Oh yeah,
100. Yeah.
Yeah, that very well could be.
RFK, bro, choking early this
Hey,
year.
easy over there.
They've been hanging out with Denny Hamlin, bro.
Man, you wear a lot of Busch Light gear
And
Yeah.
for not drinking Busch Light.
I was wondering how long that was going to come around.
Speaking of three
Y'all
red
said
flags.
and. I was just gonna let it be.
Yeah.
Y'all said and.
Speaking for 3 races, 3 red flags. We also have 3 races and 3 Ross Chastain speeding penalties. Like,
Sure.
What are you doing, bro?
you're killing me, homie. Come on, bro.
Yep. So
I think they're all speeding on entry too.
He needs a Red Bull
He
sponsor.
need to slow down a little
Because
bit.
he's too fast.
listen, if he starts like having his cars flip and go through the air, then yes, Red Bull gives you wings. It's perfect.
Mark, I see your comment. You said you'll accept the moniker of New Mark. Can you go ahead and change your YouTube name so we know?
It'll just be easier for us to keep track of you. Let's see. We kind of talked about Buescher. So Bell rebounds from a flat tire and gets a top 10 finish.
Bro, that was wild.
2.
2, yeah.
Hold on.
Well, the second one
wanna
was
make
just
sure he gets that top
he just
10.
spun out.
Still.
Sorry, notes are new.
Spun out.
Hold
Spun
on.
out.
What are you all looking up?
I want to double check, make sure he got a top 10 finish.
Who put the notes in?
Me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Good job.
Hold on, NASCAR.
This is
No, he
great.
did not.
Oh, good job, Matt.
I'm so sorry. Where did he finish?
Oh, only 33rd.
DJ, you need to start checking these notes. This is
Literally, Matt, one job. You had one job. I have like 20 jobs setting everything up as the producer. And
on,
I literally
producer.
said, guys, I need you to take care of the show sheet. Matt's like, I got the notes, and just starts writing. I assumed you checked it.
Hey, listen, can
Can
we
you go ahead and put Ross 1 while you're at it?
can we just move forward from this and check the rest of the notes?
All right. While y'all discuss, well,
All
okay.
right, so he popped the tire, showed back up, and then finished 33rd. How do we feel about that?
I mean, that's not even worth talking about now.
No, I think the team did a really good job of after the flat tire, early on, rebounding, doing pretty good. I'll also say Ross Chastain, not just because I'm a fan or whatever, but to come back and
Really? I hadn't noticed.
and the aggressive strategy with 2 tires.
Yes, that was a good
pretty,
call.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was smart on them.
And honestly, the thing I kept saying the whole time was I was like, man, I can't believe Chastain is holding on as well as he did with 2 tires. Because, I mean, he held off Larson for probably, 2, maybe 3 laps?
Yeah.
And I mean, you're talking Larson where he's been dominant all day, has all 4 tires. You only have 2. Like, that's not an easy feat to do. So I think you got to
Can we
give him
talk
a lot
about
of
a new
credit for that.
conspiracy?
Yes.
We got all
always
kinds
about
of-
Larson probably is the one that took the trash bag.
that. What?
Hold on,
Like
hold
some
on.
speed racer stuff.
Where'd he take
There
it?
was only one car that could challenge him for the win.
So he just out the window?
Out the window.
Goodbye.
underneath the car like a
See you
smoke.
later, Ricky
Yeah, I
Bobby.
had a
the smoke
button, just
screen?
dropped it.
No.
I mean,
Bro,
it makes
they're
sense.
playing Mario
How does-
Kart.
When he caught the trash bag, I mean, Kyle Larson was probably in first. He was in second. It makes
We need to go
sense.
back and review it.
Yeah, I think.
It is, the more I hear it, the more it actually kind of makes sense. Maybe that's the
Good luck, Ricky Bobby.
that's the monster talking. All right, so he rebounds from a flat tire to get a top 33rd finish.
What a guy.
What a guy, Bell.
What a man.
Kyle Busch, 0 to 0.
Top 33rd.
Kyle Busch though I don't know where he finished.
Yeah, he finished 26th. That one's
Matt.
accurate.
What do you mean 0 to hero? Just like that?
No, 0 to 0.
Oh, fair enough. So I can't read.
He was up top. He was straight up. He was
Wait,
what?
go back and check the bell note.
Check the spelling too.
Oh my gosh.
No, he was running up top, like both stages. Kyle Busch.
Kyle was
up
doing
there,
good.
running it.
I think didn't he get like a penalty or something on that last?
think so.
restart?
Yeah.
Jake was listening.
Oh,
to
he
Spot.
went
Hitting outside the box.
Yeah.
Yep. Hitting outside the box.
Hold on.
whatever that
What a
is.
rookie!
Hold on,
move.
I was confused with that one because they showed it, and I'm pretty sure. Is it all tires have to
Hey,
be in, or is
easy
it
down
all
there.
the front? Because his front went over.
Yeah, the front can't be over.
Okay, so I thought it was tires, but that's just inside
I
the
think
box.
gonna
it's
close
been
the
a while
door
since
with
I
my
looked, but
mind.
I'm pretty sure you're allowed to have the right rear
Tire
outside
out.
of the box. That's it. Everything else has to be in.
Okay, so yeah, because it was the front. Yep. Yeah.
Again,
KFB
rookie
definitely.
mistake.
Definitely
Well,
got
and then
hosed.
didn't they also get nailed for speeding? They had another penalty.
You were listening
It's
to
Kyle Busch, honestly. He
They
always
had a
gets-
couple penalties. Like I just remember thinking earlier. I can't really remember, but I know there was something else that happened that we probably should have wrote notes.
Kyle Busch always gets hit for speeding.
But
We should have always wrote notes.
yeah,
We're too into the race.
we're
That's
we're
how
like
I get a
when your
top 10
teacher when your
finish.
teacher gives you an assignment, you procrastinate to the last minute.
Bell's ringing. I'm finishing the.
But man, I mean, what a lackluster day on pit road for Kyle Busch's team.
Yeah.
I mean,
You got to know he's not happy about that.
deflated his whole run. I mean, where'd the 3-car finish?
Yeah, see, Mark agrees. KFB got screwed. He really did.
Yeah. And the
He
thing
finished
is,
26. At least
and
he got some stage
he was-
points to
he
make it
was
a half decent day.
easily running top 10. Easily
Top
running
five.
top 5. If
Easily
not, yeah.
top 10, mostly top 5.
Yeah. And so, I mean, that one speeding penalty killed his day.
Yeah, and honestly, they need some good, solid momentum to start building and have a shot to win a race sometime this year.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
RCR needs a win. RCR needs to make some statements and get out here and Austin. I mean, just to be real. I mean, I know y'all like to dog me because I like Austin Dillon. I think he's decent, but Austin Dillon's not going to be that guy.
No.
Austin Dillon would give you what the equipment has got in it. Kyle Busch will get you what the equipment can do, plus a little bit more. So if you want to start winning, you want to start making statements, like you need to get Kyle Busch up front and keep him there. If you
Yeah.
put him back in the back, it's great. We all love watching Kyle Busch go from the back up to the front. Like, it's awesome. But, you can't keep putting the man down in the hole, man.
No. And I mean, unfortunately, that last one, I don't know. I mean, you got to put that one on Kyle. Kyle trying to get too much into the pit box, overshoots it a little bit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that one's on him a little bit.
But the crew chief should have called it to come back and not pitted the car outside of the box.
Fair enough.
You know? I mean, we saw that, I think, at least twice with other cars that overshot the box a little bit, they backed up and then took off.
There was the other thing where actually Kyle's could have been worse. One of the pits before. I know we got a funny thing.
Yeah.
I'm
not reading
Kyle had a situation where the front right tire changer didn't get the lug nut all the way on, and then they had to go back. So heads up for them, at least saying, hey, do it now before we drive off.
Let's just say as a whole for RCR 8 car, pit road was a struggle.
It was a big struggle.
A big struggle multiple times. Mark said, I agree with you, Jake, and I'm an Austin Dillon fan. What's up, bro? What's up? I like this guy.
God.
I like new Mark. You should stick around, bro.
New Mark, do you know how to make peach moonshine?
I was
asking for a friend.
I legitimately thought you were going to say, do you know the Muffin Man?
That is way in left field.
It is,
All right.
but that's just me.
What's our next note?
I don't know. I don't know that I want to go by y'all's notes.
I don't mind. Honestly, you shouldn't.
Larson dominated.
Look at this
We kinda
note,
went-
Michael
bro.
McDowell and Todd Gilliland. They have been hot the last 2 weeks, and they finished 24th, 25th.
I will say,
Back
for
in
sure,
line.
McDowell was
Bad
running
week?
at least top 20 for a pretty good portion of this race.
Okay, so just a bad finish?
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, 25th?
The last 30
Started
laps,
12th.
we pretty much watched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and
That's kinda
nobody else in the
That's
back.
kinda
So I don't know.
What?
Good old Fox.
Kind of. Yeah,
Good
right.
old Fox.
So looking at people who surprised us, I think Hamlin was probably the biggest shock as far as where he placed as far as qualifying.
Where did he start?
Well,
He
yeah,
started,
Matt
20
called him the sleeper
28th or
pick of the
something?
day. I think that's definitely the truth.
Sleeper.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
Noah
his-
Gragson. Honestly, Noah Gragson started 30th, and he finished 6th. That's a sleeper pick, too.
That was
Well,
That was wild.
To me, less because, well, with it being Stuart Haas, yes, I agree. But his practice results were pretty decent.
He's also, I believe he's a Vegas boy, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So, I mean, it makes sense. He's probably ran more laps here than any other track
Other
in
than
this-
Kyle Busch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what?
Sim racing, practice. I mean, why not?
I mean, we run a lot of laps in sim racing. That doesn't mean a thing.
I mean, it's practice, though. You never know. Why not?
Matt thinking NASCAR heat is going to help.
I'm just saying. Jake probably runs a lot more Daytona laps than he does
That is true.
Sonoma.
Mostly Talladega. I've actually never raced on Sonoma.
See? Fair enough.
No, I just
So,
won't.
Guess where you'd be good at?
Well, that's true.
I'm pretty good at Watkins Glen.
Really?
Yes. Love Watkins
Christopher
Glen.
Watkins?
Yes, yes.
You know, it was a Watkins. I'm not good at impersonation.
Oh, gosh. I just was going to let that
This
train
guy.
wreck keep going. All right.
Choo
so-
choo.
Where are we going next, DJ?
Just stop. Just stop. Let me do the impressions. All
Oh
right.
my God.
So, okay, let's just out of left field. We don't have this in big surprises. Who was kind of the big ones today for you? I think we said Noah. I don't think anyone
I
expected.
think
Logano.
Larson just blew it out of the park. I was shocked.
Were
no.
you?
No, seriously, come on.
In our fantasy league of 12 people,
said
11
like
picked Larson.
That is true.
Poor Megan.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't,
Walks away with nothing.
everyone else wants
She-
2-stage wins.
Honestly, all 4 of her drivers, top 10s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, how did she pull that out? But no stage wins or
That's gonna
stage
that's
win.
gonna be rough for the end of the year.
Yep, that hurt.
Down 2-1.
Yeah, we got 2 stage wins and 1 race win. That's good for the fantasy league.
Well, for everyone but Megan.
I think for me, back to your question, DJ. I think for me, probably the person who surprised me the most, honestly, was probably Logano, because he was not good in practice and then set the pole. He was so low in practice, set on the pole, and then comes out and does pretty decent
Pretty sure he's won here twice. How's that shocking?
he did
because
one here at
because
least
of
recently.
practice. He was not good in practice.
Because he ran a lap during the wind. I mean, practice.
I'm gonna slap this kid.
Practice is totally
do.
irrelevant. Practice and qualifying was totally irrelevant because of the 60-mile-per-hour winds. It made no sense.
It was pretty hectic.
Chastain had the best practice, and he was nowhere in qualifying. It made no sense.
Where was Brad?
Brad was consistent,
Consistently terrible.
AKA last.
But consistent, you are not wrong. That is for sure.
I kind of agree with Ryan here in the chat. Blaney for the W next week. I think so.
Oh, Ryan Blaney's commenting.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's Ryan Blaney.
What a guy!
Good idea calling out yourself. No, yeah, I think so. It just depends.
I don't know. I think Tyler Reddick had a freaking smoker of a car.
Dude.
I'd be scared the rest of the year.
If this went on a few more laps, he
if
might
this
have.
had any determination for the rest of the year, man,
For what?
mile and a half.
What mile? Okay, mile and a half. I agree with you.
Mile and a
Yes,
half.
sir.
I mean,
I agree.
Larson set a precedent today, winning both stages and the race. Tyler Reddick showed up with the long run speed. So
Yep.
if you go to a mile and a half, that's going to be a long run.
Yep.
You might as well bet on Reddick. I mean, that's
Yeah,
that's a winner right there.
Tire wear is a factor. So I think if you go like Charlotte, where tire wear is not nearly as severe.
right.
At
Or
Texas,
maybe,
not nearly as severe.
yeah,
maybe
concrete
not.
Track might throw
You go to like
things
an
in there.
older, like a Kansas, then I mean 2311 is amazing.
Yeah,
there.
Yeah.
Toyota's going to win Kansas. You don't have to worry about that.
What are your picks in the fantasy league? Whatever the top 4 Toyotas are.
Basically,
all of them. Yes, I want all the.
I think Chastain's kind of like that oddball in the group because he didn't have a great practice. I mean, he
had
He
great.
had,
practice.
he had a great 1 lap, and then his average lap times were mediocre.
I mean, they said it perfect during qualifying. He couldn't turn the car. He couldn't get it where it needed to be for his qualifying lap. That doesn't mean he's bad,
just too tight.
but I don't know. To me, it showed like he wasn't going to move forward in dirty air. You know, it's not like he could make up for the disadvantage. So he had to run that gamble. He had to run
let me
that
make a
2
comment on
versus
that.
4.
I will say, notoriously, Trackhouse doesn't qualify great.
Honestly, no.
They really don't. There's something missing on their qualifying setup.
If they're lucky to get a top 10, but they finish better than
Yes.
where they qualify. It's weird. It's really weird.
If they
for their
can figure
team.
that out, that would probably help a lot to their overall.
Started 20th, finished 4th, and where'd the 99 start?
No, remember Ross went to the back for an unapproved
I don't know if
adjustment.
he went to the back. I can't.
That's what I heard.
I don't know about that. But
True or false?
It
TJ?
just says starting
Who was it?
position.
I'm
Ross.
sorry. What about him?
Didn't
he
he
had
go
to
to the
start.
back?
Yes. So that was something that was really weird because they were talking about it on the broadcast, and he had to go back for unapproved adjustments because the wrap on the car came off, and so they had to rewrap the car
That is so weird.
or rewrap at least portions of the car. I don't know if they rewrapped the whole car.
I didn't
or
think
portions.
you got a penalty for rewrapping the car.
Apparently, it's classified under, according to Mike Joy, it's classified as unapproved
Well,
adjustments.
what's he know?
Well, we're listening to Fox now.
I mean, listen, I get it.
All right,
Can't even
DJ,
show
we're
a
done.
caution
Let's
when it
move on.
happens.
Listen,
All right, so
I
I was
didn't
just gonna
say
throw out
the guy
there.
did great and then he got 33rd.
Suarez also started 16th and finished 11th.
And he ran up top a lot too.
It's a positive game.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's what, 3 races. Suarez already has a win. He had a gain. He led some laps.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Suarez at this point, all he's needing to do is just like, hey man, just finish good and take
just
care of
get
it.
points.
Yeah, get points
Get
and finish
points
good.
and move forward.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Trackhouse, I think they're in the right direction. That being said, moving over to Legacy Motor Club, they're not moving the right direction.
For a
I
tier
thought-
1 Toyota team.
Big
Jeez
mistakes.
Louise.
Big. So they had what, the 43 and the 42?
I mean, Eric Jones, not half bad. 13th.
But you're talking from someone who already has won races in Joe
I don't know. I
Gibbs.
mean, it's not terrible. I mean, you just didn't hear about him or talk about him all day.
Yeah, but John Hunter? I mean, you're coming from a guy who won yesterday, showing up, finishing 22nd in the Cup race. What are we doing? What is this guy doing?
Does make you wonder.
I don't know. Now that I'm looking at like the results of the race, I'm realizing how many people like in the top 15 down, just nobody talked about him.
There wasn't a lot.
Hocevar was probably the top.
Hocevar, I thought was doing real
Did
good.
you know Derek Kraus ran today?
Yes, he actually led a few laps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised. Hocevar did.
I think I was outside
all
during
three.
that.
All
during
three
that
laps.
green flag pit cycle.
thought Hocevar did pretty good for the little bit that he was in. He was doing pretty good. I thought Corey LaJoy was showing up a little bit. So some of these smaller teams, are finally kind of maybe they're going to kind of hit their strides.
I'm going to throw it out there. Austin Cindric and Bubba Wallace, big disappointments today.
Well, Austin Cindric, what was his penalty?
I don't know, but he finished 29th.
Ooh.
But he was running great. Well, good.
Okay.
He was running good. Top 10, top 15 all day until that penalty.
I need to rewatch the footage because I'm seeing
footage.
started third.
Play it back, coach.
Yeah, basically. I need to red flag that one.
So-
Started third, finished 29th. What stinker, basically. And then you got Bubba Wallace.
in the grand scheme
What
of
did
things, if you
Bubba
don't
Wallace
run
have
good.
going on?
His front left wheel, they had a really hard time getting it off.
That was
come
weird.
off.
Bubba's paying these guys too, or not Bubba. Denny Hamlin's paying these guys too
I think
much.
Jordan is paying these people too much.
They don't know what-
Maybe Denny a little bit. I don't know.
Ryan, I appreciate you commenting. Only allowed to bring one wrap car to the track.
Yep.
Rewrapping is unapproved. 10-4.
Yeah.
All right.
Which, I mean, kind of makes sense because I'm sure that they could theoretically
Double wrap.
hide things or whatever,
We got to rewrap it.
Oh, I'm so sorry. We got to rewrap it.
Yeah, Ryan also said, speeding on pit lane for Cindric. That's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
It did ruin a decent run for them, which, he's been terrible.
It's the bow tie.
I mean, if you take
It's
all
bad
of
luck.
last year and even the year before that, it's great. He won the 500. But the last 2 years, he's compared to where the 2 was when Brad was there, it's terrible. It's bad. So, I was kind of, it's nice of him to have finally a good day just to have it all thrown away.
just be done.
I thought
with
about picking him for my fantasy league, and I was like, I should know better.
You do know better.
All right.
I did.
Let's move on to some weekly news now. So Matt is Mr. Hollywood.
Basically.
Oh, my gosh.
Can you tell who wrote that one?
Basically. I'm
Basically.
just saying.
Yeah.
We
don't care. Moving on. So,
Okay.
no, go ahead. Sorry.
We filmed the ending of the race last week,
Yeah.
and we put it up on our podcast.
I think it was on Instagram or something. Yeah, it was the
Instagram
one.
and Twitter.
Lindsay
Yeah.
and Megan kind of take care of all that. So
One of the socials it was on.
Yeah.
And Fox reached out to us.
Fox Sports, they reached out to us like, hey, we'd love to use a portion of your clip for the race this weekend, but we need to know like ASAP because we need to get it together. Okay, yeah, that sounds great. Yada, yada, all this stuff.
Yeah.
So they had a segment of me.
The original clip is what, like 40 seconds?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like 40 seconds, but
Yeah.
they basically just got me standing up at the TV with double arms, just Daniel Suarez won the race, and then they cut off to someone else. There was a whole before and after. There was a whole thing, but it was pretty cool being on TV.
I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty sweet.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
I can't wait to rewatch race day and see it again because I was very busy today
Yeah.
while that was
So that's
happening.
what I want to see because I actually missed it. Everyone was talking about it in the chat and I missed it. It was on race day. So
They were super vague. Fox was like, "Oh, it'll be on sometime during the pre-race." Okay, well, is that race day? Is that the pre-race?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
you're talking about an hour and a half worth of time here that it could show up.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Well, I want to see it.
Yeah.
It's only me,
Exactly.
you know?
Um,
And they kind of zoomed in on it to where it was just me. There was a whole field of DJ was there and Jake was there and everything.
Yep.
But they zoomed in on me, like pointing at the TV. It was kind of funny.
I mean, you did have the better reaction out of all of us, to be fair.
Yeah, I was also wearing the Am Better shirt. It kind of made
Yeah.
sense. I
Yeah,
mean,
you
I
had
get it.
the racetrack shirt and everything.
But yeah, there was a lot that has happened in the last.
They,
Yep.
You know what it is?
There was the Christmas
They
tree.
cropped our Christmas tree out.
They did. They got rid of our tree.
Bro, you want to talk about some people that were upset at us? The amount of hate we got on social media for leaving a Christmas tree up.
That was
I don't know who to
hilarious.
blame for this. Is this your fault? or
This is not my
Lindsay's?
fault. I don't do decorating around the house.
I
I've asked
I
like
don't
6
believe
times.
that. I don't believe
Who
that.
decorated
It's
down
honestly
here?
been here so long, I completely forgot it existed until
kinda
they
did
said it in
too.
the comments.
I said it during the race. I was like, "Why is your tree still up?" It's like
I was like, "What are you talking about?" And I pulled it up. I was like, "What's that doing over there?
That's
Merry
so funny.
Christmas.
Who put the tree right here?"
Original Mark wants to know if he can get your autograph.
No. Check the bar. It's somewhere on there.
Yeah, it's somewhere-
Multiple times.
probably.
Oh my gosh.
So probably the biggest news. Let's move on from that. Probably the biggest news
Oh man.
that honestly I don't know about y'all.
I don't know what
shocked
the
me.
notes say.
Well, what do you think it is? Dale Jr. is not going to be returning to the booth at NBC this year or for the foreseeable future, it seems, and is instead going to Prime and what is it, TNT or whatever the
the
other.
other
That's a
streaming.
personal
Yeah.
choice on him.
I don't think that's a personal choice.
So-
He could have accepted.
Did you
less
guys
money.
listen to Kenny Wallace's podcast
I have not.
or his
no.
YouTube page?
Who's Kenny Wallace?
The Herminator.
Bubba's dad.
The Herminator.
It's not Bubba's dad.
No.
No.
I mean, he is white, so I mean, maybe.
Stop.
And
It's the last name
stream
thing.
dead. Stream is
And
killed.
canceled.
Anyway.
Anyway, what did he say?
No, so he said basically once Dale Jr. was a couple years removed from the booth, they wanted him to they didn't want Dale Jr. to keep going in the same role that he's been. They wanted him to work for him and just not be himself. Okay.
What?
Look at the difference of Jeff
They
Burton.
wanted Dale Jr. to work for him, but not
work for them.
Oh, work for them.
Okay.
Okay,
Them.
sorry.
Work for them. Sorry.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, and become kind of like that company man. You know, don't be so outspoken. Don't, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Like a
And Dale
Leclerc.
Jr. basically said, I'm not going to do that. And there's other things like Dale Jr., I don't know if this is related to it, but Dale Jr. said on his podcast, I am not going to broadcast races if I
And not
can't be at the
there.
track.
That's what I saw.
I will not do it from a booth in Charlotte. So I don't know if that, like NBC's kind of maybe going a different direction next year with not being at the track,
That's
kind of
gonna
like
be
how
my
the
guess.
truck races, which by the way is complete trash.
It's awful. Do not-
Hate it.
That's a really bad move.
It is terrible. But anyway, so I think
It's just lazy.
I think things changed.
Bingo, Ryan.
What did he say?
Exactly what you said. He wants to be at the track.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I think NBC wants to do something different, and Dale Jr. is not about it, and so he seeked out other opportunities.
Yeah. Now,
Go ahead.
well, I was going to say now, I agree. I think that huge missed opportunity for NBC. Huge. I mean, this is
I wouldn't say
arguably-
missed opportunity. Just literally the biggest fail,
That's what I'm saying.
the biggest ball drop
Because
in
this is
in
arguably
years.
I would say he's the most recognizable person in the sport. Probably the most recognizable person, probably since his dad, maybe Gordon. You know, you can kind of throw maybe that kind
Dale
of
Jr. is the most famous person in NASCAR. Period.
history probably ever.
I'm
I
saying
mean-
right now.
Well, I mean-
as of right now.
Well, I'm saying even if you go back years for the time period.
No,
even,
I agree. But I'm
even-
saying as of
right
right
now-
at this moment,
and you're
he
going
is still
to,
the most influential, most
Yes.
famous person
and you're
in
going
NASCAR.
to lose that guy. I think that's a terrible thing. However, now let me flip this.
Pretty sure Brad Pitt was in NASCAR.
No,
Stop.
I do.
I think he did do a test.
He might have. But no, I think now where I think this is interesting.
He's got nothing on Junior.
Stop.
Don't make me go get all my diecasts. I don't have any Brad.
Look
I
at
don't have any Brad Pitt action figures.
So, but my thing is, what does this do for the legitimacy of Prime for
Oh,
TNT?
bro, are you kidding me?
That just took. I was already kind of excited
It's
about
not
it.
even about the legitimacy. For me, it shows them that they're
They're
serious.
serious. That's what I mean.
That's all you had to do. You hired
Listen.
Dale Jr.
All right, you got
No.
my attention.
I've
Y'all
known
want to
for
buy some
2
more
years.
races?
2 years watching Thursday Night Football. Dude, Amazon, they have the hookup. They're great.
They are.
They have a stellar cast. There's never a hiccup in the broadcast. There's either
the app works.
they have quote unquote.
Well, sorry. Andy.
Okay, I'm gonna jump into football because that's what I've watched. They have the football analytics. They have the Amazon prediction plays. imagine doing that in NASCAR. There's a restart, and you say there is a 65% chance that this driver is going to cut out, and they highlight the car and they watch it happen while it happens. It's amazing.
Oh, it'd be super. It'd be awesome.
They're trying to do it right now where they highlight the car. I'm telling you, Amazon, they have an amazing booth for football, and if they can translate that to NASCAR, it's going to be a knockout. I'm telling you, it's going to be bad. You better be worried, Fox and NBC.
I'm surprised. So they just
and everybody has Amazon Prime. Everybody has it.
I forgot what the numbers were, but it's got
to be like 10 million.
It's it's like 100 million.
It's over 100. It's a third of
it's
the
basically
households.
a third.
Guess what? Now you get to watch Cup racing,
bro,
on a Sunday night.
I'm not gonna lie. I
not
wanted
arguing or not fighting with football time. About it all day. It's so worth it.
I got a really strong feeling Amazon is going to know how to pursue the new fan and the new generation of consumers.
A lot better than
Fox has no freaking clue.
No.
They
NBC wasn't doing bad.
Not bad. I could tolerate NBC because when they were on air and not at commercial, the product was that good.
I got really tired of Jeff Burton.
Jeff Burton?
Ah, bro. I got so tired.
The 3 wide.
No, I don't know. I think it was just his voice and Junior's voice was so similar.
They are similar.
3 races, you couldn't distinguish them. You had to know, okay, Junior's in turn 3
especially when
today.
you're a few drinks in, you're like,
who's talking?
It's like the Spider-Man meme with the
And then
glasses.
you got Steve Letarte in the background, or Adam Alexander's in Fox, right?
yeah,
It's
you're
Steve
talking
Letarte.
about, Rick Allen.
Rick
Oh
Allen.
my god, dude, it's
Rick Allen used to drive me nuts, but he's starting to grow on me. I kind of like Rick Allen.
He doesn't bother me. I mean,
you need Bestwick. I'm telling you need Bestwick.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's like the goat.
Dale,
Can you imagine Dale Jr. and Bestwick?
Amazon Prime. I'm telling
Goated,
you,
bro. It's
sold.
over.
That is why SRX is canceled because Bestwick's going to Prime.
Could you seriously
never know.
imagine if it was like Dale Jr. Bestwick, and I mean maybe pick another great crew chief to be your
Larry Mack.
Bring in Larry Mack.
No, he's
Larry
not
Mack.
leaving Fox.
No, but like that'd be awesome.
I mean you never know.
Chad
But
Canals.
Ooh. Whoa, that would be wild. Let me tell you how they're cheating.
can y'all just buy the whole season?
Let me tell you
I'm
how
down.
you're cheating and why they're cheating.
I'll tell you why.
But Hendrick
Well, hold on.
never does.
He sits there and goes, "Hold on, what's the date today? Statute of limitations are not up. I don't know how they're doing it." Like, just goes with it. So yeah, I think this is. I really can't believe that NBC missed on this one. I just don't know what they're thinking. Like, what is such a big deal? You let this guy go.
Money.
You think?
Is it
maybe?
money?
It's 100% money. It's always about money.
Okay, let's talk
I'm
about
sorry.
I mean, usually,
Let's
yeah.
say let's put our business hats on, right? Viewership did not skyrocket when Dale Jr. went in the booth. It's amazing. All the fans loved it, but it really did not change the TV numbers.
So who's going in the booth to change it?
I'm just saying, but if it doesn't matter, if the same, say, 5-6 million people are going to watch,
It's-
regardless.
I would say people are going to watch
Does
the
it
race
matter?
regardless.
Taylor Swift's going to be.
Oh,
broadcasting. I
Matt,
think they're
3 million viewers, down 50%.
Or it go way up. Who knows? That's,
I mean, I'm thinking like business wise, he might not move the needle enough to pay what he's worth.
I think you might be right,
I
but
think he deserves all
at
the
the
money.
same time, I think he makes it more enjoyable. It's one of those things where
I agree,
I
but
don't
if
think-
you're as a business, if you're
yeah.
not moving the needle and making more money, why? I mean, if you can say, let's say you take a 3% hit on viewers because Dale Jr. is not in there, but you're not shelling out $5 million, $10 million, whatever his salary is, and you can hire somebody else for $300, that's still pretty good.
yeah.
Why would you lose that money if it's not generating that revenue for you?
Yeah, I think it's tough. I think because
But they still let Dale
definitely
Jr.
think
go, so fail.
No, I completely agree. I don't. Like I said, I just don't know how you do it. I'm sure it came down to a business decision or something.
Who
But
are they going to get? That's the real question.
they,
here.
I always kind of felt like
They got
NBC
options.
has a lot of people in the background.
I think
If
Yeah.
you notice at the track, like think about it, they had the pit box or that people broadcasting. They had the booth. Then they had the reporters on the track. I mean, they have some people. They'll find someone,
they ain't got Junior.
but they
That's all that
don't
matters.
got Junior.
They don't have Junior.
I don't know. If you put Steve Letarte, Jeff Burton, and Rick Allen, that's not a bad booth.
No, it's not awful.
Not
it's
bad.
just
You need a more current Cup driver, though.
yeah.
But, I mean, there's not really anybody available.
No. All right, let's move on to the next weekly thing. Ryan Preece and Noah Gregson have a penalty, and I believe this was for the roof rails, correct?
Yep. You want to lead it or me?
You can.
All right. So we talked about it a little bit last week about them getting confiscated. So the penalty came out on Tuesday. So basically what they did was the roof rail is supposed to be perfectly a 90-degree angle. No indentions, no nothing, no messing with it. And anyway, so what they did is where all the bolts go, they kind of made an indention so the bolts would sit flat. I'm imagining it's probably for less drag, maybe. I mean, hard to say.
Wasn't this at
It's
the,
very hard
the
to
super
say.
speedways? Was this for this?
This was at Atlanta.
Okay, so it was for Atlanta.
Yeah, so they got docked 35 driver and owner points for the 10 and the 41, which, I mean, DBC said it the best. If you're going to cheat, at least be fast and winning.
Yeah.
Don't be 25th and get
Yeah.
caught cheating. I mean, that's just crazy.
Talk about getting kicked when you're down.
Dude,
Like-
what are you doing?
I think Noah Gregson entered this race negative points.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
I think it was like
Negative
-6
six.
points.
Negative 6.
Like, my gosh.
You're right. The third race. of the season.
Congratulations. You've run 2 races and you've lost points.
Yeah, you would have done better had you sat home and done nothing.
Yes.
Like that's
Yeah,
bad.
that's crazy, man.
However-
I just don't get it. you know?
However, shout out to him getting 6th today.
Yeah.
He helped.
Yeah.
That helped him get some of those points back.
He's probably like positive too.
Probably.
He's still -2 races.
Yeah, we don't know. Logano.
Just kind of weird on their part, you know?
Yeah, like you said.
Why risk it if you're not going to win? Unless you're just testing, but why are you testing at a super speedway?
I don't know.
there's
There's
no
no
championship
To me,
race,
there's
there's
no
no
way that
exhibition
makes that
race.
much of a difference.
It's just, hey, you're at a super speedway. Here you go. Good luck.
I think, after working with DGM and stuff like, and kind of being a
Listen.
little hands-on, like I just don't see that making that much of a difference.
Cheating next week
On a-
makes a lot of sense. Cheating last week does not.
Cheating this week.
Ryan makes
A traditional mile and a half
If
where
you're going to
those
cheat
little
somewhere,
arrow
you
things.
want to learn how to cheat at Phoenix, I guess. Right?
Yeah.
Ryan makes a good point. It shows how desperate they are.
Yeah.
They're trying anything they can.
I just don't see that getting
Making
you
it
from
big enough.
25th to 15th.
No, I don't think so.
Which
No.
if it's not going to get you 10 points, 10 positions, why? It's
Why
not
try
worth
it?
35 points.
You know
Although
what's-
if you listen to
what's
DBC
silly?
and Denny Hamlin, they say there's not a legal car in the entire garage,
There's
especially
probably
come playoff time.
I'm sure there isn't. Or so, I mean, so there's been cases before where, like, is this one of those things where it's like, hey, there was a penalty over here, but we didn't let him see over here because
Nah,
they
because they
Nah.
still
You don't think
sucked.
I mean, yes.
If they were winning,
If they
yes.
won
Yeah.
the race and lost 35
Fair
points,
enough.
it's like, okay, fair enough.
All right,
but
so let's
he
move
still
on.
lost.
Let's move on to our next thing. Logano in the glove. We're coming back to that again. So we finally found out what the penalty.
Got a good
actually is.
picture of it.
I think it was
Got
fair.
a good picture of it.
I think it was fair.
I do not.
I don't either.
I think it was 100% fair.
I don't.
I don't see a rule in the rule book for it.
I
Costume
I-
design
well-
is not in the rule book.
well-
mean, maybe.
There we go again. I guess I do think it's fair, but I do think he was definitely on the razor's edge of bringing
it's
some
100%
kind of.
cheating, but I don't know the rule for it.
Is it cheating?
It's 100% cheating.
Or is it innovation?
Wait, no, he just
Okay.
he just modified.
NASCAR has
He
to
just
say keep all
modified
your
a piece
hands
of-
inside
okay.
the vehicle.
If you
Now it's not
sewed,
cheating.
let's say you got a new sponsor and you sewed on a patch onto your fire suit.
Can I sell the webbing?
Is that cheating?
Can I sell the webbing?
Hold on, is that cheating or no?
Yeah.
Can't even have a serious conversation.
Wait, can't you only have a certain number?
Okay, let's
How
just
many
ignore
spots-
that
wait,
for a
wait.
second.
Can you have it unlimited?
I'm just saying,
number
like,
of
I don't know
sponsors?
that it's a really interesting area. I
Yeah.
guess Joey Logano said he's really embarrassed that he did it.
But so he didn't
Well,
want to do it?
Roger Penske was highly pissed.
Really
Yeah,
interesting.
Yeah, okay.
I love
Roger Penske
I forget.
100% knew what was going on.
No, I doubt it.
You really doubt
that
it?
to me is like a car chief or an interior. Somebody came and said, "Hey,
I got an
I
idea.
mocked this up. We should try it."
Why does NASCAR let you put your hands outside the car if you can't do it on a school bus? Like, why can you do it in a national sport? Like,
That is a good point.
You know, honestly, because
I
like,
get,
the
like-
car
what if
can
you
flip.
hit a trash bag and just broke your hand? I mean, seriously.
They're on the track apparently.
I think it's silly. You could put your hand outside the car. I do.
Also, Logano would not comment if he had it at Daytona or not.
Oh, he definitely had it.
Definitely.
Yeah, there's no way. There's no
Cause
So
way.
the best thing on Twitter I saw this week was somebody said, "Wow, that is so smart and creative and innovative. How cool!" Da, 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 da. Talking about the Logano glove once they saw a picture. I forget who it was, but some Xfinity driver's like, "You know what would have been smart and innovative? Sending it to SSI to have it approved ahead of time."
Yep.
I was like, savage, bro.
Yes.
God dang.
No, but I
Chill.
agreed. If that thing's approved, then like, what do they do? Like, there's nothing NASCAR has to stop it.
Yeah, basically.
Order
there's no
36
rule.
of them for the whole Cup Series.
They pull the same thing. Hey,
That
next week, don't
you
show
make
up
a
with
great
that.
point, Matt. Why
Whoa,
are you allowed
hold on.
to stick your hand?
Why
out
can
of
you
it?
stick your hand out the car if you have a window net that has to be quote unquote like bolted down where you cannot reattach it from the inside?
No. Ryan Blaney can do it.
Ryan Blaney is built different. Why can you stick your hand outside the car? I mean, how many times it's for either waving someone on or flicking them off? It's one of the two. That's all you do. Why is it legal? I mean, I don't really see a way of policing it, but can you put your foot outside the car if you can stretch?
Oh my god.
What if you get better air? What if someone's like an acrobatic? You
No,
never
that's
know.
definitely going to add drag.
Can you only put your hand out the front and not the rear of the window? I'm just saying, there's a lot of questions here. We need to see the SMT of all this.
I don't
Listen,
even.
it's
I
a
don't know where to go
long
from this.
stretch.
Let's move on.
But we're talking about a man who put spider webs on his glove. All right, it's a long stretch.
He's like an amphibious water creature.
He's Spider-Man.
He'd probably be really good if they raced in the rain.
This is, I should have.
I was thinking he
You
learned it
think-
when he flipped at Talladega, and he's like, "Oh, I got to be on the top of the car." He's got to hold on upside down.
What?
Like
Oh my
Spider-Man.
God. I was more thinking like when Austin Cindric drove away from everybody at COTA that one year in the rain as a rookie. He probably had wet gloves.
That was it. That was all it.
He had paddles on the back.
I'm losing y'all. This is the last time I make you guys write the topics.
I can't wait till next
I don't
week.
know. These topics are the best.
Wait till Phoenix.
Oh, yeah.
oh
that's,
my gosh.
All right. So let's talk about Honda.
Oh, God.
Civics. VTEC.
The VTEC.
No,
Anything's better than the Turd Pro.
We've watched a couple videos, man, and there's some Honda people that have kind of alluded to it. Like it really sounds like that rumor of Honda coming
might have some
is
strength.
really ramping up.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it really sounds like it might come to the detriment of IndyCar. It
I
sounds
think it
like
will.
they're going to leave IndyCar and come to NASCAR if it plays out, which is super unfortunate because obviously Honda being an IndyCar is super important and pretty awesome, So
I think it depends on what. Like, is IndyCar going to get another partner? Like, is there even people in line for that?
I don't know. I guess listening to some of the Honda people, it sounds like IndyCar is just really just not very sustainable right now as a business.
Which is interesting. I
Too
mean,
much money.
well, I don't know. I don't know how.
Cars aren't that affordable. They can be.
I mean,
So Matt, you said you were watching a video, and I think I've heard this before, but you said what? Like that NASCAR might have 4 charters in their pockets?
Listen, I don't have a lot of research on it, right? But I heard a video where NASCAR is holding on to 4 charters for a new OEM.
I mean, can't
Yeah.
NASCAR?
Makes
I
sense.
vaguely
Yeah.
remember that.
Let's vaguely they got 36 charters,
yeah.
but they
Yeah, that
run
makes
what
sense.
40 cars?
Well, it's a lot of 40-car field, yeah.
Makes sense. Okay, so a new OEM that wants to come
We're definitely gonna research that,
Guaranteed
but
4
that's
cars.
something if you want to look into and kind of study. I mean, it would make
or
sense.
they can jump in and purchase a team, aka Stewart Haas Racing, because they suck.
Yep.
They might as well switch to Honda. Honda.
What?
Oh my
I said
gosh.
Honda.
You,
weird.
yeah. You,
And,
okay.
and other news, since we mentioned IndyCar and Honda, the teams in IndyCar are really pushing for a charter system similar to NASCAR. Hard. Pushing
Really?
hard. Primarily because of the Indy 500. They want guaranteed starting spots because in the Indy 500, nobody's guaranteed.
Ooh, I get that.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's a
what-
big
But
race.
that's what makes the Indy 500 what it is. That's what makes Pump Day so special.
Yeah.
Nobody's locked
Why
in.
take that away?
If it
I'm
gets-
fine with the charter system, but I don't. If they want to come up with that to create value for the teams, like
Charter
NASCAR's
system,
done with.
excluding the 500.
Well,
Let's
I
see if
mean
they still
charter
want it.
system, but yeah, you're not a guaranteed spot in the 500.
Fair enough.
I think for a race as big as the 500, I think that's fair. But I mean, do you think the teams would go for that? I don't know if they would.
No, because they just
they mainly
dog
want
all
to do
of
it for the
practice.
500.
They would dog all of practice and all of everything.
Why would you run qualifying and risk wrecking your
What's
car?
the point?
Maybe go out
If
there
you
and run a
already
few
know you're
laps.
at least going to start 30th, and you know you got the best car.
There's nothing like I really love so much like leading up to Motorsports Christmas, which is Memorial Day Sunday,
Yeah.
or the Sunday before Memorial Day, where you have Monaco, the Indy 500, and the Coke 600. But the whole week before that, it's nothing but IndyCar practice and qualifying it for the
It's
500.
wild.
It's
so much
awesome.
So wild.
Like I find myself
6
like
hours a day.
I plan my work schedule to be in my office during those practice windows so I can,
Good luck this year.
do paperwork. Oh, this year I'm fine.
You think it'd be fine?
Oh yeah, 100%.
I don't know. You got a nice lobby you got to build. I don't know about that.
We'll be done by then.
You think so?
Hope so, because
Good
we're
luck.
leaving
Good
to go
luck.
to the Indy 500 that week.
yeah.
I'm talking about the
So-
2 weeks before.
So yeah. So anyway, we're come bringing this back. So Honda, the rumors of the Ford Chargers. I heard
think
was
it's
talking
very,
about
very-
Stuart Haas is very upset with Ford. They feel like they're not getting help.
Sounds like Tony Stewart's upset with Ford, and it all kind of started from the Kyle Larson deal.
That there's
Think
a lot
about
of,
when they were fast,
right then.
right then, and then it.
Clint Boyer was the change.
Yeah, that was it. No. So yeah, for
Wow.
anyone that doesn't know, basically what happened there was when Kyle Larson did his thing on
Was a free
line.
agent, basically.
Yeah, was a free agent. We'll say it that way. Tony Stewart wanted him in a bad way, like a real bad way, and
I want
Whoa,
you.
DJ!
I want
Hey.
you, Larson.
I can't keep this.
Drive the 4.
We're off the rails, y'all. So anyway,
I want you bad.
Bounce. Wow, wow.
anyway, he
Dirt
wanted
track racer.
Dirty
Stop.
boy.
Chili Bowl winner. Ooh.
Anyway,
Go.
let's just move on because no one's listening. All right, so NASCAR.
I think
I don't know
Remark
what
has
this
left.
topic is. Jake added it in the middle of the show. So Jake, you want to take this topic?
Yeah, I read a thing. I read a little bit about it. but
Oh, I
apparently
do know what
NAS-
this is.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
NASCAR is developing some kind of VR experience with, I think, MetaQuest
MetaQuest
and
specifically.
Apple
And
Vision.
Apple Vision Pro.
Yeah, some kind of like where you can be a driver in the race as like a 37 car.
What is hilarious?
Can't wait to be the 21 flipping at Daytona. I think it's funny. I don't think Harrison Burton's that good.
Well, what is that?
This is the most random comment ever.
I can imagine.
Anyway, so apparently
No,
that's
it's
what
a
they're
virtual
developing.
car. It's not like a real.
Oh,
car.
I thought you were like virtual reality, like
It
kind of like
is.
No,
the
you're
Oculus
supposed to
thing.
be like another competitor in the race. I don't know how that works when you're like 3 wide and Brad Kolowski just shoves it up your rear end.
Yeah, that's a very good point. We don't know. So, but that is definitely something I do think that hey, good heads up and looking toward the future.
That's kind of wild. Honestly, I did not know that was a thing.
They just started
Yeah, they
talking
just
about it.
announced it. I
Yeah.
mean, it might be pretty interesting. I honestly, I would just love, like, say the helmet cam to have that in VR.
So,
That would be
have
dope.
you seen
Live.
where you can
Live.
like have you seen you can actually go and view from like the stands parts of the NASCAR race from I think Phoenix and Homestead from last year?
No.
I'll have to see
Live
that-
or no?
No, well, it wasn't live.
Nah.
It's a rewatch.
Don't care if it's not live.
No, but it's
Unless it's 2014 Daytona 500. I'd love
It's-
to relive that again.
okay. Yeah, where the fence just gets destroyed.
You want to be Austin?
No.
Dillon?
That's when Junior won the 500.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
That's 2015. I'd really prefer to never live that again. That was terrifying.
All right, so let's just move on because we need to get out of these topics. Y'all are just off.
I'm sorry.
Completely. All right, so me and Jake are going to the Gator Nationals this week. That's what they sound like.
No, I'm pumped. DJ's never been.
I
This will be
haven't.
my
This
third
is-
time. So
I've
that's
never
pretty
been, so
exciting.
yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
We're gonna try to make a bunch of fun content and stuff. So
Yeah, I don't know what that's going to look like. So
bring headphones,
yeah,
good ones.
Yeah. Do I need two? Like
Nah.
in ears, like and like
Bring the pew pew headphones. You'll be fine.
PPUs. Okay, got it.
Be fun.
I think
Super
so.
fun.
I think so. So yes, if you want to see us, we'll be probably posting on social, probably on YouTube as well. Probably like some,
You have a gas mask?
Oh God,
I didn't think about it.
I
but
cannot wait to take DJ into the pit area.
you're just sitting there with a full gas mask. DJ's dying. You good, bro?
Oh my gosh. I'm super excited
You
for
run.
that. I'm super
The
excited
minute
to watch
they
you.
turn on, you run. It's not the sound.
It's a
your
fight or
eyes
flight thing,
watering.
and you literally run for your life. You can't breathe.
Your
you
lungs
can't
are
breathe.
burning. It's
You literally try to
terrifying.
inhale and you can't.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Yeah, you run.
Oh,
they
this-
turn on, you run.
I thought you said this was gonna be fun. This sounds like I'm gonna be killed.
Awesome.
Always pay attention to the wind direction.
Yes,
That's probably a good idea.
it's so
I learned that in
freaking
the
loud,
snow.
dude. You have no idea.
And you're gonna see the diehards are standing there, no mask, no ear protection, just in front of the engine at
that-
like 130 decibels.
That seems really stupid.
idle.
I'm sorry.
Idle 130, pop, 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 and you're just like, oh god.
No, that just seems like somebody that
You'll
doesn't.
see it.
Not
I'm
trying to
telling
have
you,
a good time.
Those diehards are there.
Oh, I'm sure they are. I see him at NASCAR too, and I'm just like, okay, like whatever.
They ain't got nothing on NASCAR.
No, I
bro.
know.
Those Gator
the
Nationals
only
are
thing that would
wild.
compete against Gator Nationals is Bristol.
Yes.
Bristol is so loud. If you listen like without earplugs at Bristol, it's like disorienting.
Wasn't it Bristol though? It's also because it just doesn't stop. It's
It just
continu-
doesn't stop. Just ah.
Yeah, that.
Sounds great. Just what I look forward to.
Matt literally goes to sleep, and instead of a white noise machine, it's just Bristol.
Pretty much, actually, after
Jeez.
the race, yeah, you get like a white noise machine in your head.
It's like a slight spinning sensation, like you've drank way too much.
That's the vortex, the vortex theory.
Bro, did y'all hear Denny Hamlin kind of low key supporting the vortex?
Yes,
No.
yes,
Yes, bro.
he did.
He said you could get bigger runs in Atlanta because the track is smaller and the wind has like the
It
wind
gets
just
captured
stays
in there.
captured in the track.
Vortex theory's real. It's
All right.
always been real.
Daryl Walters over like, yeah, finally.
Boogity, 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 Leah. Let's
You
go.
think he says that at his house?
Yes, 100%.
You think so?
I
Being
think he sits-
retired.
I think
sitting
when he
there on
prays,
his
I think when
lazy
he,
boy.
I think when he sits there and they pray for their dinner that night, I think he ends it with boogity, 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 amen.
Let's enjoy this
Oh
meal.
my God.
Boogity, boogity, boogity.
I
Let's enjoy this
100%.
meal.
Yeah, I 100% think so. All right, let's move on to our Kuzman and Friends question of the week. So this is a section of the show where if you have a question or a Kuzman or a friend even, you can submit them to the end of the show for us to read. I can't talk. So
luck.
yeah, you can.
How much have you had?
Not enough.
We'll get you there.
Yeah, probably. So you can send it in to us on X. You can send it to us on Instagram, YouTube, anywhere. Send it over to us, and then if we like it, we'll add it to the show.
Twitter.
And we got a couple different. I think we have a couple, don't we? We
What?
just have questions, or do
I
we
think
just have
just
one?
one.
Okay.
I'll double check Twitter, but I think we just have one.
Okay. What do we got?
Does Bubba Wallace win this season and where? Kansas.
Moving on.
I don't know. I heard he's pretty lucky at Talladega with rain.
I mean,
Oh God, I almost said something.
I don't know. Kansas, that's a pretty safe bet.
that is a safe bet.
He's been, I hate to say it, but he was really good at super speedways, though. He might be able to pull off.
He has yet to
Talladega.
win at one.
Yeah, but
Well,
two
I mean,
top
technically
fives,
Talladega in the rain, but
Yeah,
two top fives this year. I mean,
he's won.
it's a luck
what?
of the draw.
Daytona has
It's-
been what, second like 3 times?
It's
or,
a luck of the draw, but maybe the 400. You know, maybe throwing it out there.
I don't
nah.
know.
There's a Talladega.
I do think he gets a win. Do I know where it comes? I have no idea.
No, I think maybe throwing like a Richmond or something. I don't know. Where's Toyota usually good at?
Richmond used to be. I don't know. Last
New
year they weren't great.
Hampshire. Denny Hamlin's good at Pocono. He may get some notes from Pocono. That's about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what other ones maybe.
Pocono, Richmond, New Hampshire,
Kansas. I mean, obviously we already kind of said
Kansas.
that.
Kentucky. No, probably.
Let's just
not.
go wild and say Coda.
You want to do a road course? Absolutely
No,
not.
I'm kidding.
come on.
Absolutely not.
I was waiting to see if
Why
y'all were paying
not?
attention.
Jeez
Bristol.
Louise. Well, that's cool. Appreciate
any
that,
other-
Chris James.
Yep.
1222. That's a great question. Interesting. I think he'll win one for sure.
I think so.
I imagine it'll probably be a mile and a
I
half.
said the same thing last year about Chase Elliott. Boy, was I wrong.
Well, unfortunately, I think a lot of people. But I mean, to be fair, we all kind of thought Chase was going to win one.
Let's change it up. Is Chase Elliott going to win a race this year?
Well-
After what I've seen, no.
Nah.
No.
I mean, I want to say yes, but I don't think so.
Let's
Nah,
throw this
he'll
out
win a race. He will definitely win a
Well,
race.
Chase
Watkins Glen.
Elliott
No,
win.
because he's not good on road courses now that they got their cheating Hendrick Gen 6 cars away from him. I mean, I love Hendrick. I'm
those
just saying.
Chad Canals cars.
No, they had them Gen 6 Hendrick cars had road courses figure it out.
That is true.
It was like Larson or Elliott every road course. So I think no, they'll figure it out. Chase will get back. You know,
Is he going to win driver of the year? Fan
always.
vote? God, it was a nasty stat. They said either an Elliott or a Earnhardt has won it the last 34 years straight. God, that's an entire generation.
That's older. That's more than I am old.
Yeah.
Like
DJ, since you've been alive, it's only been an Earnhardt or an Elliott winning the fan vote.
That's wild.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Who would?
Well, I think
who
that's
would
it. Unless anybody has any questions on YouTube.
Yeah.
You
So
can put 'em
far,
in the chat.
I don't see
We'll
any
listen to them, or
so far-
we'll answer them.
So far, I don't see any. But yeah, so if you have a question, like I said, that you want to see us answer on the show, send them in to us, and we'll definitely add them to the show especially if they apply, and if they don't apply. We've had random questions that have nothing really to do with that day's race.
Yeah, it has nothing to do
so-
with it. Whatever you want.
One of my favorites was when we were talking about different video games and stuff that got us into racing and stuff like that. Matt still tries to go by NASCAR heat rules a lot of times with the race. Sometimes
I think they're the most legit.
I mean,
Soft yellows.
soft yellows,
You
strict
spin
yellows.
out as long as you don't wreck anyone. Call it good.
You're
Keep
good.
it rolling.
Yep. We did just get a question submitted to us, so give us a second. Jake is kind of reviewing it.
Can
Man,
you
this is
read
complicated. I don't know what the hell he's asking.
Oh,
it? I'm glad you're.
No, I
reading
get it. He's like not sure logistically. So this is obviously this question just
Theoretical.
some foreshadowing. It's probably pretty significantly far in the future. If more than 40 teams wanted to race in NASCAR, could you see them splitting the series and doing, say, divisions like 15 to 20 in each? No, I don't think so. I see them probably stopping at 40 full-time cars, probably permanently. And
maybe the 500 allow a few in.
well, I'd say I could see them going back to allowing 3 open cars per week.
Yeah.
You know, go back to 43, how it used to be. All the tracks are built to have 43 pit stalls, so you're already good there. Yeah, I don't see it. I mean, look at F1, the biggest motorsports in the world, and they only have 20
Yeah.
cars. So I don't see it.
No, I don't think so. I think you would split it too much, and I think that would just cause too many problems. And then you would constantly have the whole battle of, well, they're in this division. Well, they're in this division. And
I don't think it's a
who's
good formula for racing.
No, I don't think so. I think at some point you have to narrow.
Do you
look at it like the Super Bowl. At some point you'd
Yeah,
have to
could they
narrow
ever
them
do
down,
that? AFL and NFL?
or do like a East and West kind of
Yeah.
thing. I mean, you could, but
Yeah,
still
we
think
have that already. It's called ARCA.
Okay, do it on Cup Series.
Nah.
I could see it.
I don't
Nah.
think so.
I could see it.
I don't think it's a good move.
I think there would need to be a lot more draw in the West because right now.
Well,
it's
you don't have to do East and West. You could do just
North
Group A
and
and
South.
Group B, whatever you wanted to call it.
Group A, Group B, North
mean-
and South, man.
Group
Oh,
B,
no,
Group B,
that
Group
was
W?
that was done once before.
I think I'll put my money on the North.
the South.
But I'm just saying, I could see it. You have
think
two
so?
leagues. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Dedicate them. I don't know. I think you might have to.
Stop.
I think you might have to get rid of
Stop.
Xfinity.
Oh my God.
All right, we're muting this guy.
I'm
All right,
just saying.
So, all right, well, let's
You
move
need
on.
a Saturday night race.
All right, so next week we move on to Phoenix. Wah, wah.
I don't know. We'll see. We got to remember that there's a new short track package. It's not radically changing, but maybe it'll mix it up enough.
I like the dog leg. That's pretty fun.
The restarts are always really entertaining. at
We
Phoenix.
might have a watermelon next week.
I mean, he won the last time we were there.
That would be nice.
That would be.
fun, man.
I'm ready for a watermelon.
Cracking a
smash.
watermelon, getting it on.
It's been too long.
Yeah.
It's
It's
only
been like
four
five
races.
Five races, bro.
Five
We're
races.
we're in a drought.
Winter drought. It's not watermelon season.
Doesn't who cares?
We should totally.
Winter.
We should totally
Mother
get one
Nature
next
cares.
week.
Let's do it.
Make our watermelon drink.
That'd be fun.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll
It's a good
drive
one.
down, grab one from his farm.
It's awesome. You take a watermelon, you carve it out, mix it up, put a bunch of Red Bull
Yep.
in it. Nothing else. Definitely
It's-
nothing else.
It's awesome.
No ever.
Just the way it is. Newmark,
no
Newmark,
moonshine at all.
Newmark saying we need practice back. Yes.
Yeah.
He said the old schedule.
practice,
I don't know about the old schedule.
but we do need practice. Like
We
more
need
practice.
we need minimum an hour.
Yeah, I think
Minimum.
so. I think so.
All 40 cars, 36 cars, however many show.
Whatever it is.
At least an hour. I want an hour, bro. And I'd even be fine with a practice session on Friday and a practice session on Saturday, so teams have time to make changes.
Yeah.
Right now, there's no time. You just unload and see what you got, and you make air pressure adjustments and wedge adjustment.
Yeah. Very minor adjustments.
Like if Brad comes and they're way off,
like today.
but they're tier 1 and they can go over to their Penske teammates like Ryan Blaney and get some good information and put that into the car overnight. I mean, that's going to make the sport better. It's way better than just having some people just ride in the back because they completely miss the setup.
Do you think that hurts smaller teams that don't maybe have 100%. The resources?
Like who? New York Racing, who can't afford to wrap the car, go pound sand. I don't care. If you can't afford to wrap the car, you can't afford to run 2 practice sessions.
How do they even have...
Bro, how the hell y'all even got to freaking Las Vegas?
You know what? They passed tech. Let them be.
Barely. The crew chief got ejected.
They finished. They started the race.
I'm not knocking the smaller teams. I'm really not. But this is the big boys. If you want to be in the big leagues, it costs big money.
Yeah.
So I don't mind this. I love the smaller teams in trucks and ARCA. Or Xfinity and ARCA too. I don't mind the smaller team. I love it. I love especially
the main event.
Being a part of DGM and seeing how much they get with a little. You know, it's incredible. I love it. But the Cup Series, like, bring your wallet. You know, yeah. I'm over. I've been a fan for a long time. I'm over the start and park days. I'm over it. It should cost a lot of money. And then with all that being said, if the teams want a bigger piece of the pie in the whole charter agreement, you know what? They need to be willing to step up and have 2 practice sessions. You might wreck some stuff. It's fine. It is what it is.
Get good, bro.
Try harder.
That's what Kyle Larson's saying to Byron.
Right? Kind of makes you wonder.
Evade the garbage next week.
Dude, that was I still don't fully understand that.
I mean, it was a full trash bag. 100%. Larson just had it. He could put his hand outside the window, just
bring the tinfoil hat, man. He went speed racer on him, bro.
Oh my gosh.
A monkey.
All right, I need to get these guys wrapped up because
I will say,
getting off the
on a
rails.
level of 1 to 10, how excited are you for Phoenix next week?
I'm like a 7, 8.
Okay, I was going to give it a 6.
Yeah,
I'm trying to set my expectations a little low.
6.
I like.
6, I'll go with that.
I don't know. Phoenix, like, I'm about it. It's not like a barn burner, but like it'll be a good president. It'll be a good president.
It's time to go.
It'll be a good benchmark standard for the end of the year.
President benchmark standard.
Yes.
All right, y'all. Clearly, I got to get them to bed. This has been fun. It's been good hanging out with y'all. Like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week after the race in Phoenix.
See you on
See
TV.
you
next
next
week.
week, guys. Thank you.
Yee.